Good afternoon. My name is Scott Forcino. I'm an associate broker with eXp Realty in New York City in the metro area. I have with me today Analyn Sessoms, also from eXp in North Carolina. We want to hear about Analyn's experience in real estate and within eXp and how she serves her clients and what really is her passion for this industry. Good afternoon, Analyn.
Good afternoon, Scott. I'm Analyn Sessoms, originally from Philippines. I moved here in Sanford, North Carolina, 18 years ago, and I've been in real estate for 3 years now with eXp. I do love my job, and I love serving people, and I do enjoy talking and trying to match them what they want or what they need from their family to finding home. And it's a pleasure for me serving them, and especially when the property closed and you can see the smile on each client's faces. It's for me, it's such a pleasure, when you when this client when this client move from different state and you find in the exact house what they want. And I love to introduce them to the community. Most of my clients are from different state because like we live close to Fort Bragg, which is like 20 miles away, and then we live around 40 miles from Raleigh, North Carolina, which is a lot of people moving this area. And then and I really enjoyed it when I met them. I introduced them to the place. My husband born and raised in the area, so I know the Sanford and surrounding areas very well, and I'm very confident taking them around, and I know a lot of builders as well.
So do you prefer buyers or sellers? I mean, which has been your more preferable side to date?
I like both because the fact I like to stage. I always like when I sell, I always put my extra touch there because I love to decorate. I love to put my anything I like to express, and I like the house looks nice and fresh flowers. It kind of lift up the house, and it's part of my artsy, I would say. And I also like the buyers because the fact I love to help people, like taking them because it's very stressful finding a house, and I want to take that stress from them. Let me have this and let me find it for you. And when I close and when that property closed and I can smile of their faces, it's priceless. I love it. And like more than for me, it's not about the commission that you have. It's about the fulfillment, the fulfillment
Sure.
we're given to people. And I'm more, that's the desire of me. Like, I want something make difference, and I love helping.
I think that's important, and someone like yourself that really benefits clients in a local community has the chance for referrals and the chance to positively impact those new neighbors and those new people who might think that your services are so wonderful that they have to let their friends and their family know about you. Have you had that experience where they refer family after closing?
Yes, yes. I was very surprised because, like, when from healthcare, and I hurt myself there. So I said, you know what? My real me, because I enjoy the healthcare because I love touching and helping with people, and giving them like personalized service all the time. And when I hurt myself, I said, you know what? This is not end of my career. I said, my real me, I loves business marketing and still helping people. So the first year they said, you know what, if you can close two transactions in a year, you are good. But I think the half of the year I have six. And then after that, a lot of referrals. So the next year I have 24. The next year I got 38. So
38.
yes,
Oh, wow. You kidding
last
me?
year, yeah, I have
38.
yes,
People go years without that. That's amazing.
it's like I
38.
don't know. I just keep working, and I have a lot of referral. And then my car, I have this big magnet on my car. I love red, so I got red color, big magnet, and everybody knows that. Oh, the red is you, that's Analyn. You know, so I'm kind of known with that. Like, you know what? There's an agent that subdivision that just walk around there. She's so nice, and you'll see. Take a picture of her car.
Wow, you got to teach others how to get 38. That's almost one a week.
Yeah, the first one is 6 year. The first half year, second year is 24, then 38. Then I become an icon this year.
That's great. I know that's a big thing in EXP, becoming an icon. That's really impressive. So I mean, you blew me away. But now that I heard 38, obviously, even though you're great, you can't do it alone. So how do you work with your lenders and your home inspectors and your insurance? I mean, tell me how you work with your team.
Okay, with my lenders, I always, how I'm gonna say that. At first, my client, I like the lender that's very responsive. I
Sure.
work so hard. Sometimes, as I like to work at night, midnight, and sometimes I know it's not standard, but I text my lender, hey, are you still awake? Yes, I know. And we have this thing, and I really need this ASAP, and I know I'm kind of addicted to work, but she is very, very, very responsive, and I really, really admire that the dedication, and that lender that I work with. Once she said, looks good to me, and I love it until it closed. I don't have any issue. When she said,
Hmm.
Analyn, I think your client is not ready yet. And I believe that. When she said, looks good, and it flowed to closing. And I like the open communication all the time. Hey, Analyn, we need this. We need the builder's documents right now. So I have to jump up right away, call the builder, and pass the documents right away. I'm very responsive to both sides.
That's powerful. I mean, that really is having the right team. I've done that too. When you have the right people that work with you, whether it's lender or title company or the home inspector, the client appreciates that. They see you as a resource. That's really one part of doing your deal. I'm sure that's really the reason why you get that many referrals, is because you demonstrate not just being a good realtor, but having the right people for them to connect with.
Yeah, yeah. And also I like taking picture in Facebook and take picture with my lender, like we're here in this new subdivision, or take picture with my inspector, like she's inspecting my house, and then I saw a magnet on his car, take picture on the magnet and what he's doing here, or make it more kind of like helping each other, advertise each other, you know.
Well, I'm glad you're here, because what I did with PlugIntro was I took my place where I conducted my own interviews, just like you're doing, and I gave my home inspector, my lender, the people that work in the local community, whether it's an
Mhm.
electrician or a plumber or an attorney or an accountant, I
Yeah,
gave them a place to promote their business. And I think
I always doing that.
well, in this case, with this video series we're doing, this is within your own platform, and you can invite them, and they can be featured and gain greater local exposure along with you. And the real
Okay.
point is it allows others to invite their contacts. So very, very soon, you will be hosting a platform of a few hundred people, and you'd be the go-to resource and the connector within your local business community.
Okay.
That's what we do, and that's what I've gained quite a bit by being the person that allows others to promote their business, and that's a unique opportunity. And that really helps them. I mean, listen, the more you can refer them, the greater exposure, then they're in a better position to offer that same opportunity to others.
Okay.
That's exciting.
That's very exciting. I like that.
Yeah, well, that's what we have within it's not social media. I call it local business media. And I think some of the posts that people do, and I do too, are not enough. Video needs to, like for instance, you and I are discussing a matter without getting too deep in it. What was that matter with regard to storage shed and how you're handling it on behalf of a client. Don't get too detailed, but it's sometimes things happen and you have to really, really address them. What happened?
Okay. No, I'm getting nervous.
We won't mention any names.
Maybe not this.
Well, just give us a little bit of how you're handling now from pet on the behalf of a client.
Maybe I don't want to feel comfortable right now to say.
Okay. Well, then maybe you're bashful. I'll say that Analyn was telling me about a story where there was a confusion in a contract, and she's fighting very hard for her clients because they want what they expected in a transaction. And I know Analyn's doing a good job with it. We won't use names or addresses. That's fun though. So what with regard to sellers, I mean, have you been working with them closely, and how do you told me that last deal was over asking price. What's your marketing effort to get that done?
Since I have 2 MLS, so I advertise both, and I advertise in Facebook, and I pay Facebook, and then and also I send it to. I have a group of realtors in town that I can just send, and I have to expose back to back. Yeah, and I stage the house. I send a professional cleaner, and then I stage the house, and then I do open house. Yeah, and I have big flag in front of the yard. It's not just small, but it's big. Like, how many feet is that? Like 7 feet or something. I have to put like 4 flags, like I'm waving a lot.
And people saw that from the road. I mean, how big was the open house?
People saw that in the road and they just come. Yeah.
Okay. And how was it? Did it offers come from that?
We have like 10 showing, 10 buyers came, but others they got it from the MLS. Yeah, we have multiple offers. Yeah.
What do you tell a client who has multiple offers? This might be the first time that ever happened. So people don't sell a house that often. They're selling a house and they have 7 offers. I mean, how do you prepare the seller for that approach? For what's your next steps?
So usually we put a deadline. Like, for example, when I put the house on the market today, and I will ask them, when do you want the deadline here for submitting the offer? Usually 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. The minimum is kind of 3 days. We want more offers. We want to expose the property well,
Mm-hmm.
And once we have the offer, and I'll discuss with the client the pros and cons. I have put in the Excel from the prices, what kind of loan, and the due diligence, the earnest money, the closing date, and there's a remarks there. Some agent, they're asking me, what are your sales preferred? Like, I said, I have one listing that they're moving out of state on the next 2 months. So they would rather stay and maybe doing a rent back. Like, if they will close the next month, but they won't leave until in 2 months. So one of the buyer is like 10 multiple offers. So it's very competitive, like 30%, 30,000 more, 40,000 more. And plus this buyer that won the bidding is putting in there in remarks that we are not, no rent back, 0 rent back for a month, no repairs. And
wow, that is competitive.
It's very competitive, yes. And good amount of due diligence. So that make my seller happy. So if you expose more the property, and if you present well, I usually I have to stage. I have to hire a cleaner, a professional cleaner. I like the house smells good and nice and relaxed. And then I stage the house, and then I hire a professional photographer. I don't take from my phone, and some other agent, they use their phone. No, I don't want that. No, I don't want that. I said, I have a standard when I put house on the market I want the seller to be happy, I thank you so much, Analyn. Now, like, very stressful when you move out. You have your emotion attached. You raise your family here and all the stuff. So I'll tell them, let me take that stress from you guys.
That's right.
Let me take it. It's my honor helping you, and I love helping people. So me and my sister, she's my assistant. I put that in my SUV, all my staging stuff. I contact my cleaner, and everything is gonna be as well. How do you call it? It's gonna be decorated well.
So between a clean house and proper staging and professional photography, plus some open houses, I'm sure they're attended well, and they must generate a lot of interest. And I mean, right there with a high price, your clients must be ecstatic.
Yes, yes, exactly.
That's powerful. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that's really important. I mean, this is really a people business. In a lot of ways, the clients are not aware of the legal implications or what's going to happen financially. Plus, they may be moving. And there are a lot of things that really require you to watch each member of the transaction, be kind of their eyes and ears.
Yeah.
That's important. That's important. So tell me any listings you have coming up now. Should your local audience know what's coming up soon?
Um, what's the question again? Hold on, sir.
Because we're going to have your local audience, what sales do you think you have coming up now? Or maybe you want to talk about the market
Oh,
and
okay. I will be having a listing soon in Fayetteville, and it's a very nice 1.5 story. That's a beautiful brick home. It's around 3,500 square footage.
it's nice.
And yeah, it's very nice. And then it's around like, I would say 10 minutes to Fort Bragg. So it's in a very nice subdivision as well. And I have another one in Sanford soon, which is in the Highway US 1. It's a good starter home for 1,500 square footage, and gonna put in the market on the first week of May.
Okay. So that's really important. One more thing about this PlugIntro platform that Analyn, we're very happy to have aboard, is Analyn wants her local people, her clients and friends and family and local business owners, and even the industry professionals to know what she is about, how she can serve clients. But her audience, those people that Analyn will select, have also the opportunity to promote their business. So really, we will be thanking Analyn for the opportunity others gain to be more visible and gain exposure to the local community. So it's not just that Analyn is a great professional, it's that she's also giving back to the local business community. People ask, what is your niche? And Analyn, I've never heard people say, my niche is not first-time home buyers, it's not veterans, it's the people that really should know each other. Put them together, benefit them, don't keep score, and let them realize that, you know what, other realtors are not doing this. You're the one that's doing this. You're the one that is really providing this opportunity for them. And they appreciate that.
Thank you. And I didn't really know I was doing it because I think I didn't do it intentionally. I'm just doing it because it's fun.
Well, it's fun, and that's the kind of person you are. And we all have to make our mark in order to have a career and a livelihood. But from what we've talked about, you've chosen to work directly with people, both in the professional side and the client services side.
Yes. Yes.
Well, what's easier, working with the clients or the professionals?
Um, I like to work with clients.
Okay, that's special. Well,
I'm sorry.
there's
I'm
one right there. That might be client number 39 this year.
I'm so sorry.
It's quite all right. So that's, I mean, what do you see in your local communities? I know there's no inventory. What happens there? It's really hard to.
It's very hard, but I don't think if you keep thinking about, people complain a lot, the gas price here and there. And I would say, for me, growing up in a third world country is comparing living in America. So I think growing up there, I have seen a lot of hardship. I have seen a lot of hungry people and here and there. For me, and I've been through a lot. My family has a business and the business sloped down, up and down. And, to the extent there's nothing and go up again and fight again. And here I look at it like it's just part of it. The roller coaster. Last year they said, oh, gonna be hard, but I closed 38. And this year it's very hard and competitive. But since there's no houses available in the market, the resale, there's nothing here. Otherwise, you have to compete and bid war. So I I give my client a scenario between resale and new construction. So I know some local builder here that I've been dealing with them a lot. I closed several houses last year, kind of trusted me. So right now, that's most of my buyer that I introduced to them. I asked them, do you have play money for cash to do the bidding war, or you rather wait for a little bit of time and go for the new construction. New construction here in town, there's no bidding war, and I like that a lot. So actually, I had a new contract last week, two new contracts, new construction, and I'm working another one right now.
Why isn't there a bidding war?
It's a just in Sanford, the bidding war is not there for the new construction, but the resale there's always that. But I don't know in Raleigh, but I think in Raleigh is very tough right now. I think there's a bidding war there for new construction, but in Sanford going to Fayetteville and Lillington didn't have. I just called the builder, hey, do you have any upcoming listing? And they said like, it's not in the MLS yet, but I'm ready to put in. So I'll jump that one.
I see. That's interesting. And it's great that builders working with realtors, because I heard that's kind of not as common as it was, right? I mean, that's not as, it was always, now it's not as common.
Yeah. For me, it's how you work with people and gain their trust, and they'll give you the
Sure.
information.
Well, I mean, between the combination of being an experienced professional and a great asset, you're also a community resource where you provide clients and your contacts a place where they can promote their business, and also a place where others meet that they never otherwise would. And then I really commend you for that. I'm really proud to bring you onto PlugIntro and let others see. We combine the power of loose connections with the law of reciprocity. And if there's so many people you can meet, look how we met, through someone. And if you or I were to provide enough benefit, possibly someone would reciprocate. There's no requirement, but maybe if we put our best foot forward, if there was a need, they might think of us.
Okay.
And I'm really proud that you. How can we get in touch with you, Analyn?
You can call me 919-438-9219. You can text me or call me, or can find me in Facebook, Analyn Sessoms. If you see me in
sure
town
will.
with my red SUV with the big magnet sticker, and I got my face there.
Okay. Well, this is the first of our year-long video interview series. We'll offer the same series to your contacts and your members that choose that. We also will start our weekly, monthly meetings. So be ready for a lot of positive impact in this North Carolina market.